First off, I would like to begin with a huge mazel tov to Noah Levin. The next, thank you everyone for coming. I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for coming. I really like to go out and thank everyone individually, but like you all just want to eat already, so let's just skip that. But thank you, of course, to all of my rebbe for guiding me, helping me learn, helping me get to the point where I was able to do a Siyyum. I never thought I would do one, like, ever, and now I did one. I would like to thank, of course, specifically Rav Natal and Rav Jake for helping me on Poland, giving me inspiration to do this. Yes! And thank you guys all for tolerating me, telling you all everything I've read on every single dot. Thank you. So Tannis is the Gemara, which is officially supposed to be about the times of rain, the times of how we fast when there's not enough rain. There's a bad joke. What's the only time you get food in Tannis? A Siyyum. It's all about fear of how when there's no food and there's no rain and how greatly people have to fast. But why learn this? Why did I start off with Tannis out of any of them? It was like what Yair said this Shabbos in Sfat. When you have a great moment of inspiration, how do you deal with it? How do you build upon it? You have to capture it. You have to do something with it. I had one of those moments in Poland on one of the countless bus rides. I completely forgot which one. I decided, you know what? In honor of the people who died, I'm going to be doing a Siyyum. So this Siyyum is in honor of two specific groups, but of course everyone who died in the Holocaust. This is in honor of the children who died and the people whose names are forgotten, and thus no one learns Torah in their honor. May this be a blessing in their souls. Amen. All right. Well, Tannis at first glance, it seems to be kind of, well, put it gently, a bummer. It's all about fast days, people starving, horrors like that. But there's a lot of Agadata in it, and that's what I found really interesting. Like, one of the stories I enjoyed was Ula. Ula goes to Bavel, and he sees that dates only cost a zuz, which is like pennies. And he starts lampooning pretty much the Babylonians, saying, this is how cheap food is, and you guys don't learn enough Torah, if this is so low the cost of living. Then that night he discovers why they were so cheap. They hurt his stomach a lot, to put it gently. And then he proceeds to go on praising the Babylonians, saying a basket of knives costs 1 zuz, and these people still have time to learn Torah. And I just find that one a funny interaction. But there's a bunch of other stories, and I'm not going to go through all of them. But the theme I find the most interesting throughout Tannis is how powerful one man can be. Like, through the sheer power of one man's merit, you're able to hold back the sun itself. Now it says on Daf Yud Tet, let me just find it, 1 second please. I really should have put in sticky notes. There was a man named Nachtimon ben Gurion. Nachtimon lived at the end of the second Beit HaMikdash era, and he was an extremely wealthy man. One day it was the season of where pilgrims came to Yerushalayim, and it was a dry season, and there was literally nothing. There was no water. One Roman guy owned 12 wells. And this guy said, let me rent, and Nachtimon goes to the Roman and says, let me rent your wells, and in exchange, I will refill them through the power of God's rains, and if not, I will pay you a talent of silver for each well. That's roughly $17 million in today's money. Yeah. Pocket change. So, he set like a few months of time, like at the very end of the rainy season, confident God would grant him his rains. The entire rainy season comes and goes, not a drop falls in Jerusalem. Not a drop. So the Roman sends a messenger 3 times throughout the day demanding for the money, and he's like, I got the rest of the day for it. And the Roman guy is so confident, he goes to the bathhouses funneled by these wells and just lounges there knowing there's going to be no rain, which is a huge snub to the Jews. Nachtimon goes into the Beit HaMikdash and he wraps himself in his tallis and he says, I didn't do this for myself, God. I did this for the Jewish people in your honor. Please help me. And it just, the second he says that, it pours. And the wells are filled within hours. Then he goes to the Roman and says, my debt is filled, and I want extra money because I filled the wells above. They're overflowing. The Roman goes, no, I'm not going to do that because, look, it's cloudy out. If you go outside now, it's like same weather as now. It's so dark, you can't see the sun. How do you know it hasn't set? Nachtimon goes, excuse me, goes in the Beit HaMikdash, cries again, prays, and then the clouds split, and the sun happens, and the Roman's like, got me. It says right here in the Gemara, there are 3 people on whose behalf the sun stayed in the sky and didn't move. Moshe, Yoshua, and Nachtimon. Through sheer merit of him caring about other people, he was able to stop the sun itself. Now you guys might be thinking, I don't have $17 million lying around. I really can't work such miracles. But it's not about how much money you have, it's about what you do with what you do. There was a man named Abba Umana. He was a leech doctor, where he would do bloodletting on the people. And every single day at Baskul, the heavenly voice of God would wish him Shalom Aleichem every single day. For comparison, Abaye got it once a week, and Rava got it on the Erev Yom Kippur. So this guy is on some serious level of merit. They try to figure out what's so special about him. He would seat the men and women separately in his place. He would take in all people of all walks of life, and he would have a special room for payment with a big curtain so poor people could go in and make it look like they paid and not pay. And if he saw even a young Torah scholar, so-called reformer, an older one, he would take them, refuse any form of payment, and give them extra money and say, go buy yourself some dates, go buy yourself some fruits, treat yourself to something good so you're able to recover properly. So Abaye is still like a little bit jealous, so he sends in two guys, has them stay the night, and they take the mattresses that Abba Umana gives him, and they leave. The next day they see Mr. Umana in the marketplace, and they show him the mattresses they stole from him, pretty much, and they say, excuse me, how much are these worth? And he says, oh, I got those same mattresses for so-and-so price. And they're like, why are you not like making a big deal about this? And he said, oh, I assumed that you guys needed these mattresses because one of your relatives was kidnapped, and you needed the money. So, good luck. And he's like, oh no, it's just a test. Here, take them back. He's like, no, I gave them to charity already. I can't take them back. And again, this man, he's just a normal doctor. He still warranted God to wish him a good day every single day of his entire life. And even people, and it's not about your wealth or your job. Nowadays, doctors are a lot richer than they were back then. But like, even the poorest of people, even if you're just a man of just good faith, you can do something. Everyone knows Cloney the circle maker, the man who is described as a spoiled child in the Gemara, who would sit in a circle and say, I'm not moving until the rain comes, God, and then specify a certain type of rain. He had a grandson, Abba Chilkiah, who had the same level of power, but like a far more respectful way of doing it. One day, Abba Chilkiah saw two Rebbeim coming to his house, and he knew they were coming to ask for rain, so he and his wife went on the roof and prayed fervently until rain came, because when the rabbis came, he'd be able to say, oh, look at that, it's already raining. Guess you guys didn't need me this time. He was a very humble man. And again, he would just go on the roof and pray for like 20 minutes, and rains big enough to end droughts would fall. That is the sheer power of his merit. It's not about how much money you have. It's not about what you do for a living. It's about what you're good at, whether it's prayer, leeching, just being rich. It's about how you take your hobbies, how you take what you're good at, and how you apply it to helping God and your fellow man. And now, if I may, I would like to finish the Gemara with you guys. Amar Ula Bria Amar Rabbi Elazar. Ula Bria said in the name of Rabbi Elazar, it's Atid HaKadosh Baruch Hu Le'olam Malchut L'Tzadikim. In the future, the Holy One, blessed is He, will make a circle of all the righteous ones. V'hu Yoshev B'nehem Be'Gan Eden, and He will sit among them in the middle of the circle in Gan Eden. V'yachol Adat V'Adat Mera'eh Be'atzbo. And each and every one will point his finger towards Him, God, Shnei as it says, Vayomer Bayom Hahu Hineh Eloheinu Zeh Kinenu Lo Veyoshvenu Zeh Hashem Kinenu Lo Nigla V'nishmecha Be'atzmo. And he shall say on that day, behold, this is our God. We hoped to Him and He saved us. This is Hashem who we hoped. Let us exult and be glad in His salvation. Hadran alach bishla perkeya Ve'silkiya lach Messechet Tannis.